Hello, everyone. It's nice to be here with you again today. We're doing a tarot reading a day pretty much at the rate we're going. And today is all about sign of Libra. Hello, Libras, far and wide, wide and far for those cross-watching, sun, moon, Venus, ascending sign, wherever you might be. This is a tarot session for the sign of Libra for the month of February. That's right, tarot. We're asking about Libra for the month of February 2019. So yeah, it's nice to get back into the readings. Thanks for all the views. Hopefully you guys are managing to make your way through the world in promotion of happiness to all. That is our goal. Our collective goal is the happiness of all. Will we ever attain it as human beings for like 7 billion of us, or how many ever there are now? It's like, who knows, right? Maybe we're all our own star and we're all our own solar system, and some of us are like old and expanded and civilized, and others of us are just like growing, and some of us are in our birth process. And I like to think of it that way when it comes to like human beings, that we're all our own star. And then like maybe your twin flame or your soulmate would be like the binary star that, you know, you spend your eternity just kind of like in orbit, like always never far but never too close, you know, that kind of thing. I don't know, maybe my mind's just out on a limb, but we're wanting some good channeled messages to come through for Libra as we cut to the chase and get to source. I'll stop now with the chitter chatter and the jibber jabber, and we'll get the cards cut and we'll see what's going on for sign of Libra. Bottom of the deck, overall energy, wonderful. 6 of Cups. 6 of Cups speaks to nostalgia, and it speaks to things unconditional, namely love, or your presence for another, or the space you keep in your heart or in your mind for another. We have emotion overflowing. The old saying, your cup runneth over, that is the 6 of Cups. And Libra, you have to know you are loved. You are seen as kind of, pivotal is not the right word, but like pillar-like, almost like this building in the background, like such a strong, solid personality in systems and situations where, you know, sometimes like even right now in the current collective energy for unawake people, like egos are kind of running amok right now. Everybody's like, blah, blah, blah. They get a little barky, and you might be sensing and feeling a lot of this, but yet you are remaining just kind of like a fountain, a place where people come to. People are naturally drawn to you at this time because of your ever-present patience, and your unwavering mood in terms of how you stay positive, how you keep your personality and your thoughts and your speech in check. It's really a draw to people who aren't doing so. So you maybe finding like you're deflecting some negative energy or pushing off some egos, or you might just look to that person that makes you smile each day and be like, well, at least there's another person out here that, you know, isn't all caught up in the hubbub and, you know, the day-to-day and worried about things like a reputation or getting their way or the highway, that kind of thing. So Libra, I feel like you are, in truth to your sign, bringing balance to these maybe like work situations or certain environments where this could be happening and that other people are unconscious to this. All right, it's a good overall energy to have as we look at how much love you have to give and where that love is being directed. Has the feeling of very positive, progressive growth to it. So I like that, 6 of Cups. Also, as you may know, in Tarot, 6 of Cups is the card of nostalgia. So you might be reminiscing, you might be drawing on past memories at this time to bring you joy. And that's just kind of part and parcel of what that card is all about. All right? Libra, what's up in the nitty-gritty? Oh, but it is drawing on your strength. That you can feel it by like the end of the day that systems and energies might be feeling depleted. You got to keep enough fuel in the tank, or make sure that when it's time to settle down in the evening that you've put the day away, almost like your daily review. Get that done before you lay down and sleep so you're not caught up in thoughts or not waking up feeling too tired in the morning, because this feeling is that some of you might, although your routine looks very good and you seem very balanced, energy stocks might be at a low because you may be feeling unrested in the morning. So diet, exercise, those cases, I don't have to preach those to you, Libra. You know what's best for you. You know what works best for you. You may just find yourself needing to up the game, and if you need to take some personal time. All right. It's tough when you're dealing with people who can do things so unconsciously and without authenticity that you might even find yourself at times getting frustrated with these people. But you're not the type to really like bark out. You're not really in an energy to like fight back. You might be like find yourself a bit snippety, and then you question yourself like, oh God, should I really have snapped at that person? But truth of the matter is, if it was just somebody unawake or coming at you out of the blue from an unconscious or a unawake perspective, you might be right to be putting people in their place in that gentle way that you have of doing it. So it's good. I see like you guys standing, the energy that's coming through or that has been is that you've had to stand your ground. You've had to be somewhat authoritative and instinctive in terms of getting what you need out of situations, and that's going to continue. But keep your strength up. Make sure that you're not allowing anything to bring you down in terms of your frequency and energy levels, okay? Ooh, this isn't nice to see. For somebody out there, there's a heavy heart regarding some infidelity on someone's part. When we see this Three of Swords up in this particular position, it is clear cut as day. Somebody has been whose boots have your bed been? No, whose bed has your boots been under? Kind of thing for this person. And there could have been some lies. There could have been some infidelity going on in your environment here, where it's like you are very quick to move on to the next thing here. I don't even think that this is a portion of the reading where you need any instruction or any advice or any like nuggets of wisdom to get yourself through whatever energy or whatever you've been posed with this nasty Three of Swords business up here. Somebody might have played you, or you might be in a situation where you have to come clean because maybe you have been, playing the field at present time, which is perfectly fine, but somebody's asking you to become serious, where you're going to have to either come out and say yes or no, or break things off with another person because somebody is asking for more of a commitment for you. And this is definitely, it has that like sexual energy behind it. It has that like, okay, well, if you're going to be hanging out with a good friend, we got to make sure we're not leading anybody on while we're going across town and swinging it up with somebody else over there, right? And if you're kind of in the middle of that, or you feel somebody has been doing that with you, good, honest, forthright questioning. Well, we got back into that strong, analytical, tell me now. I need to know now. Like you're just very cut and dry, very, very straight to the point through this energy, through this Three of Swords. Not a good one to see there, Libra, and I can see why you may be feeling a little bit downtrodden, a little bit beat down, or a little bit longing to get back into more wholesome relationships at this time. Okay, wow. Because what we have up next is a clear message that some of you might not know how to respond. Some of you might be feeling the confusion of which way to go at this time. And I want to make sure that you're not leaving yourself up to fate at this time. Destiny is it's not a destination. Those two words sound so much alike, but they couldn't be more different. Destiny is like the force that guides you through and along your path towards wherever you're meant to be, right? And then fate is like a preconceived negative understanding of a destination that we might arrive at, right? So please at this time have no fear. And if you are kind of not knowing which way to go, or you're unresolved on a particular situation, some of you might be waiting too long for the situation to work out without you doing anything about it. So the more proactive approach is going to be helpful to you in this situation. And the forces that are beyond your control here at this time, give them time and more so give them space to work themselves out. You might find that you have to absolutely remove yourself from a situation in order for it to be able to progress. It's almost like when you leave, people become more fond, or what is Joni Mitchell saying? You don't always seem to go, that you don't know what you got till it's gone, right? That might be you. You're the one that might be needing to make like a sharp, quick exit without saying hide nor hair to anybody, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh my goodness, I miss Libra. Where I screwed up a good thing with Libra. Where did they go? Like, oh, what did I do wrong, right? And then at which point you can say, all right, the situation, the energy was stuck. I left because we weren't getting anywhere. We were spinning our wheels, and I needed to make some sort of realization come forward that whatever words, or if it just wasn't in your nature, we never want to be accusational if we're unsure if maybe somebody's got like a side piece or something like that. You know, it's like you just want to create that space between you, the situation, between you and your person, between you and the environment. It's always a good idea. So make sure if you got special things you do, special friends that you go to, nieces, nephews, grandkids, things like that, you can kind of disappear and become absolved and put your energies into things where it's like, you know, the love that's coming back is going to be unconditional. Whoever's fooling around with you here, whoever's like stalling and delaying, will soon get the point, you know, more so than you just kind of like being there and yet kind of being indifferent. That's not helping your person or that other person in the environment at this time at all. Okay. Wow. And it looks to me here as if matters of the heart are about to be exposed. Something's going to come to the surface here where it's like either you're going to come clean with somebody or give that person the answer they were looking for. Someone could be giving you an answer one way or the other to the thing that you were uncertain about. The heart has reached a point where it is exhausted from not knowing, from not having the clear-cut direction or the reciprocation of good feeling and good emotion coming back in. So it's almost as if you have to be wary of like your heart closing down to a certain person or a certain situation just due to lack of what I call emotional information or the actual feeling behind that person. Somebody could say that they're there for you, that they'll always like, I'll always be there for you, never doubt it. But then when it's like, where's the feels? Where's the vibes? You know, and it's just not there. So the heart is kind of like, well, I'm being left in the dark here. The mind might be satisfied saying, okay, well, maybe so-and-so isn't cheating. Maybe so-and-so does just go and spend, 17 hours at the bowling alley on the weekend, but the no matter what your brain tries to tell your heart, unless the heart has the vibes, unless it has the feels, unless there is proof in the pudding, so to speak, of the intention behind, wanting to be in an environment, a situation, the heart has really no way of knowing. It doesn't have those analytical processes, or can't really discern the information unless it comes in the form of a higher vibration or the feels of it all, okay? But this card here, I'm going to ask for a little bit of clarity on it as we wrap out the reading, because there's information being withheld, and it's emotional information. So that's kind of neat. All right. Now up here, speak your fulfillment. That's what the Nine of Cards, it's the Nine of Cards. Oh my goodness. The Nine of Cups is saying to us in this situation, I've got to slow down. The Nine of Cups is like, speak to your heart. Speak your fulfillment, right? It's more than affirmations. It's like maybe if you're doing a guided meditation, or maybe if you're thinking about something very strongly, or someone very strongly, you have to almost speak it aloud into the ether. Speak your fulfillment, your wish desires out into the ether, or express your depth to somebody in this situation. You almost have to tell them where you want this partnership, this relationship to go, and what you expect out of it. If it's a situation where it's like a long-term thing, where at one point you maybe had been feeling fulfilled and you are nostalgic about like the honeymoon phase of the relationship, and then it's gone awry, it's like you need to speak up, Libra. You need to tell that person where you're at, because it's not like you're dealing with somebody that's totally blind or unawake in this situation. It's just that there is, the other person's looking at it like, I'm not going to fix what's not broken. And you could be giving off the image like, as nothing's wrong. I'm fine. I'm Libra. Nothing's wrong. You continue to be a jerk face or a ding dong or a ho ho. And you know what? I'll stand by you. I'll do my thing. But the end of the day, when you're making other people happy or making them think that it's not broken, they're not going to come to the effort to come and try and fix it until you're absolutely like standing on the side of the road and being like, you know what, it's busted. Something's wrong here. You need to be more forthright, or you need to have this. And it's like expressing this, voicing it. You may find yourself, and it's funny because I got it from the start of the reading too. It's like you're going to be super sharp. You're going to be super authoritative with somebody in this upcoming month, or with multiple people, about how you feel and what you want. God dang it. Because you've sat for too long in silence. Okay. All right. 9 of cards, 9 of cups. Oh, look at this. And someone's feeling very keen, very proud of themselves at this time. This is a pretty big energy that comes in here. Somebody, they're not really narcissistic or manipulative, or maybe they outrightly are, but somebody definitely does exhibit those kind of selfish behaviors unconsciously. And it's not that they're a bad person. They just haven't been brought into check by anybody that truly loves them for quite a long time. And this might be you that's being asked to do that for somebody, or this might be somebody coming into the environment and just saying, hey, wake up, let's go here, right? And I'm not picking on you, Libra. It's just that these are general readings, so they could go either way, like between you and your person, or your person to you, right? The Hierophant is saying that there's more understanding that needs to come, but somebody is kind of, they've put their own reputation or their own personality above wanting to do what they know is right, or what they could be procrastinating on having a difficult conversation because they think, you know what, well, that person needs to speak up first, or that person needs to be the one to admit something before I'm going to do anything, or I've been down this road before. I know what I know, and nobody's ever going to change this. The Hierophant, there's a real risk, and I'm glad it wasn't reversed. It's kind of straight up, because this person can be reached in an analytical way, which is very tough when we see this in this way, because you're requiring heart feels, emotional information. But this person, unless they're approached on an analytical and a straightforward basis, it's going to be hard to draw what you need to, or attain the understanding you need to with this person. So this is a very difficult situation for someone, or for a few people that are listening that are resonating with this video and these cards, is that how are we going to go about this? How are we going to do it? And my suggestion would be is kind of like, you see yourself outside of it first. Create the space between you and that which is your query, you and your person, or whatever it might be, so that perspective, both emotional and logical, can be made more clear to you. Okay? All right. And overall, we've got good energy. Wow, look at the lower major arcana coming up. High Priestess, Empress, and Hierophant. And you know what? For someone, this lets me know that this is about the decision to have more children, or to have a children, or for a stronger commitment in your life. Somebody might be dodging around the idea of not wanting to lose a person, but not wanting to go the extra mile to attain the same domestic fulfillment, domestic bliss that the other person is. Somebody here as well is super pregnant, super like happy, and it's good. There's somebody out here watching this, and it's kind of awesome to see. It's just like you're feeling tired. You probably with first child, and you're like, oh my goodness, I don't know what to expect. Like hormones are feeling out of whack. You could be feeling very tired but very happy, like almost like super tired, giddy when you stay up till 4 a.m. with your best friend, and you get all loopy because you're so tired. The pregnancy could be like running you in an interesting, weird circle around that. And so, yeah, it's good. The overall outcome to this reading is a positive energy. It's manifestation. You're going to get what you want here. You're going to get the answers that you need, because you are going to be doing the one that creates the space in order to make it happen. It's almost like when you cultivate a garden, or nourish a garden. Before any seeds go into the ground, before anything comes up, before we see life begin to grow, what we do is we nurture the space and the earth around it to provide it for the stable environment for which to happen. And so you guys will find yourself creating some space, either metaphorically or perhaps in a very realistic, in a very literal way, okay? But it's good. It's children. It's more children for some. I just want to get a quick question. Tarot, we need a quick clarifier on this High Priestess up for the heart. What is the emotional information that needs to be exposed for Libra? What is the emotional information that's been hidden from Libra? And there's our bouncer. There's our faller. What do we got here? We're just going to take this card as it is because... And we've got the World here. All right. So this is future planning. This is where you want to be. So for somebody, the heart, it may not be content in the present moment because it is attached to a final outcome or way that they want things to be seen or they want things to be. The emotional information that the heart is unable to see is a larger, it's a macro energy. It's a big energy. Like I'm feeling like almost like it's moving through. It's moving quickly, like a windstorm almost. So this could be somebody who what is being exposed here is somebody might just not have what it takes to keep step with you as you move into the future, into manifesting your world, okay? So that's the clarity we gain. So you may be really evaluating if someone is got the substance that you're going to require to move forward in the relationship. And it could be like a baby daddy type situation where it's like you might be in a situation where now you're with child or expecting, and like that person might have ditched. They might they might only be there on the fringe, and you're like, well, what the hell? This is not nearly what it was like when we were first getting together and knocking boots, and you know, when you said you'd be there, you know, when we found out we were pregnant and all that stuff, and you haven't done anything to show it. Maybe you got to go out, get a better job or work better for security or whatever it might be. That's just a very concise message for somebody. But when we look at the overarching energy, it's like you're going to get what you want. You just need to present it to that other person or to the environment in a way that they can understand. And my feels from this reading is that the only way they're going to understand is it through some kind of like, it's creating of space. It could be like silent treatment. It could just be like, you know what, I'm disappearing. I'm going to my sister's for a little while. You figure your stuff out, and then we'll talk again in 6 or 7 days, and, you know, let me know how you feel then, kind of thing. All right, Libra? Some tough cards. Some of you are like in tough. And for others of you where you might have felt like some of that like pregnancy and relationship stuff didn't resonate, the bigger message here is keep your strength, keep being that fountain of good feeling, harmony, and balance. And when people come to you all upside down or completely ego-driven, you know what? Don't be afraid to just tell them how they're acting, or find those clever ways that you do to like make them see how foolish they're acting so that they don't bring you down. And maybe you can even help somebody along the way just to be like, well, I've been a real jerk here, you know, that kind of thing. All right, Libra, we're going to leave it at that. I'm really interested to do your March reading already. Oh my goodness, like these are heavy hitting cards. We have the Hangman, the Hierophant, the Priestess, the Empress, right? We've got the 6 and 9 of Cups, even Strength, and the 3 of Swords. Like, what is going on? There's some huge energies. These are big influences while you're just trying to remain in your permanence and stand in your power. And I wish you all the best. I know you can do it, Libra. I love you lots, and we'll see you next time.